Good morning, students. Welcome back to online classes. As usual, you have to start with your online classes. Hope you all are fine, doing good. There is no way other than taking online classes, right? But it is very bored, and you people are not interested, as you are all telling. But no other way, we have to go with online classes. Okay, please concentrate whatever I teach in the online class. Okay, so we are today's chapter, we are dealing with rational numbers. So what is actually rational numbers? Yes, before coming to the chapter, we have to learn few concepts. That is, before coming to natural numbers, first we'll study about the rational numbers. We'll study about the natural numbers. Okay. What is actually natural number is, you all have studied in your lower class, right? So what is actually natural numbers? The number which starts from 1, 2, 3 and it goes on, right? These are called as natural numbers. And next coming to whole number. What are whole number? Whole numbers are which starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. Those numbers are called as whole numbers. Next, coming to integers. What is integers? Even this thing you have studied in your lower class. That is, having both positive and negative values are known as integer. Having both positive or negative values are known as integers. For example, +2, -3, or like this you can do. +2, +1, 0, and then 1. Left hand side comes minus, right? -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. It goes on, right? These are known as integer. You have studied in your lower class. And coming back to rational numbers. What is actually the rational numbers are? Rational numbers are nothing but, it is a number that can be expressed as quotient or fraction, p by q of two integers. Now you can write like this, which are in the form of p by q form, okay, which are in the form of p by q form, where p and q are any integer and q is not equal to 0. What do you mean by this? Which are in the form of p by q. That is, it is in the fraction form. Where p and q are integers, they might be positive or negative values. P by q can have positive or negative values. It might be a integer. And where q is not equal to 0, that is the denominator, it should not be equal to 0, it should be more than 0. Understood? Then this is known as rational numbers. Understood, students? It should be not equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. It is more than 0. This is what the definition of rational numbers. First, you have to be thorough with this before coming to the chapter. See, once again, I'll repeat you. Rational numbers. These are the numbers which are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Understood? This is what you have to know before coming to the chapter rational numbers. Now, under algebraic expressions, or you have studied some signs, right? Let us recall it once again. See, plus into plus, it is plus. Next, minus into minus, it is again plus. Next, plus into minus, it is minus. And minus into plus, it is minus. Okay? With this, let me explain with the example problems. That is, see, for example, we are taking 2 plus 2 into plus 2. So, 2 2s are 4, plus into plus, plus, correct? Next, minus 2 into minus 2. 2 2s are 4, but here minus into minus, plus. Next, plus 2 into minus 2. 2 2s are 4. Plus into minus, here changes. Plus into minus is what? It is minus. Next, minus 2 into plus 2. 2 2s are 4. Minus into plus, minus. It is like this. According to the sign changes, these things also will get it changed. Understood? So you all have learned under algebraic expression these things. Is it not? So now, before coming to the rational numbers, under that there are some properties which has to get satisfied. Okay, now coming next topic is properties. You will be studying some properties. Okay, these things also you have studied, but under rational numbers you have not studied. So we'll study these properties. Which is the first property you will be studying is closure property. So, closure property. First, we'll check for the whole numbers, then for the integer, and then for the rational numbers. See, for closure property, first you will be satisfying for whole numbers. Okay, so under that, first we'll see for addition. Addition. So what is the closure property? This thing is, you have to satisfy like this. A plus B is equal to C. A should be a whole number, B should be a whole number, and if you add those two things, B also should be a whole number. Understood? So let us take A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3. So, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Correct? 2A. Under B, you have to substitute 3. Under C, you have to substitute 5. So, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So, this is also a whole number. 5 is also 0, 1, 2, 3. These are all a whole number, right? So, this condition is satisfied. Suppose the equation is like this. 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. Is this a whole number? Yes. This condition, it satisfies. Under closure property satisfies under whole number. Correct? 0. 0 is a whole number here. So, 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. Yes, this also satisfies the closure property under addition. Understood? So, whole number, first topic you have studied addition. It is satisfying. Now, we'll go for subtraction. Subtraction. So, Same thing, A minus B is equal to C. A should be a whole number, B should be a whole number, C should also be a whole number. So we'll see for this by taking A is equal to, we'll take it as 2 and B is equal to, we'll take it as 3. So, or 1. So here 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, correct? Here it satisfies. But in the next example, we'll see A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5. Whatever the example might be, but if you are adding here, we have to get a whole number. Like that, here whatever the example might be, if we are subtracting, we have to get the whole number there, okay? So A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5. We'll check. Here, A minus B, that is A is 3 here, minus B is 5. So you will get 2, greater number sign is minus. You have to subtract and put the greater number sign here. So 3 minus 5 is minus 2 you are getting. Here what is the value you are getting? You are getting it as negative value. What did I tell you? We are doing for whole numbers. So whole numbers is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, not the negative value. So this condition is not satisfied under closure property. This whole number is not satisfied. Understood? Here you are getting minus 2. This subtraction is not satisfied under closure property or whole number. And understood? Like that you have to do. Next thing, coming to, we'll check for multiplication. So A into B is equal to C. So A here is, will take 3. B here is, will take 2. So 3 into 2 is 6, correct? So here A is also a whole number, B is also a whole number, C is also a whole number, correct? Here it is satisfying under multiplication. And we'll check for division. A divided by B is equal to C, correct? So A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5. So you have to write in this form 3 divided by 5, correct? So 3 divided by 5 you will get. So here, what you have got here? It should be a whole number, but here it is in the fraction form, 3 by 5. It is not, this is not 0, 1, 2, 3. Those numbers are not there here. Here it is in the fraction form. So it is not satisfied for division. It is not satisfying for under division. Closure property is not satisfying under division. Understood? Only it satisfies for multiplication and for addition. For subtraction and division, it is not satisfying. Understood? This is about the closure property of whole numbers. Next, we'll try for integers. Next, we are trying for integers. First, we have tried for whole numbers. Under that, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So multiplication and addition holds good under closure property for whole numbers. And now we are seeing for integers. So first we'll see for addition. So we'll take the example A is equal to -2, B is equal to 4. Same thing, A plus B is equal to C. So A here is -2 and B should be +4, correct? So 4, one is plus, another one is minus. As I told you there, one is plus, one is minus. You have to subtract and put the greater number sign. If you are subtracting here, you will get how much? 4, 2 you will get. So, which is the greater number? Plus 2 you will get here. Here, in this, it is satisfying. See, -2 plus 4, these both are integers, correct? See, as I told you, integers, first only I have explained you, it has both positive and the negative values. Your -2 plus 4 is +2. +2 is also an integer. So, this value, this holds good for addition. Next, coming to subtraction. So here, A minus B is equal to C. So here, A is equal to how much? What is the value we'll be taking? -2. B is equal to -3. See, not only whichever I solve on the board, that thing, it should hold good and not others. It's not like that. Any value if you can take, but it has to satisfy the condition. Understood? So here A -2 I am taking and B is equal to -3. Both are having negative values. So -2 minus of -3 is equal to how much you will get? Here -2 minus into minus +3. So one is positive, another one is negative. You have to subtract and put the greater number sign. +1 you will get. So here also you are getting the integer value as +1. So this condition holds good. Understood? It holds good. And we'll see for multiplication. We'll see for multiplication. Here also A into B is equal to C, correct? So A you will be taking as -2 and B is equal to you will be taking as +3. So we'll see -2 into +3. 3 2s are 6, correct? Plus into minus, minus. So your answer is -6. Here it is having a negative value, but then also it satisfies the condition as integer as both positive and the negative values. Okay, so this also holds good for closure property and integers. It holds good. Multiplication holds good. Understood? Next, coming for division. A divided by B is equal to C. The same condition. So here we'll take A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 4. So 2 divided by 4. You can cancel here. 2 ones are 2 twos are here 1 by 2. You are getting it in the fraction form, but integer does not have fraction. It has either negative or the positive value. Here it is in the 1 by 2 form. So this condition doesn't hold good. Understood? This is what you have to do for integers. Understood? Here, which are the two conditions it is satisfying? 3 conditions, that is addition, multiplication and subtraction, but not the division under integers. Understood? Now coming to rational numbers. But for rational numbers, we'll check. First thing, we have studied for whole numbers. Second, we have studied for integers. Now we are checking out for rational numbers. So under that, we'll see for addition. Okay, so which are the two numbers we'll be taking for addition? It is see, as I told you, rational numbers P and it should be in P by Q form, where Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q might be a integer. It can be in the form of integer. So like this will take, again here also A plus B is equal to C. We have to do A is equal to 1 by 2, B is equal to 3 by 2. And one thing you all know, while adding or while subtracting, if there is same common denominator, you can easily add or subtract. But with the different denominator, you have to take the LCM. You all know this concept. So it is 3 plus 1 by 2, that is 4 by 2, 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So 2 is a under rational number. Is 2 is a rational number? Is it? Is it not? 2 is rational number or not? Yes, of course it is a rational number. Why 2 is a rational number? Because any numerator, only one number is there, then the denominator is understood as 1. Understood? So 2 by 1. Not only 2, any other number, 6, 8, 200, any number divided by 1, it is understood. Understood? So it is a rational number. 2 is also a rational number. Understood, students? This is very important concept where you have to understand, that is 2 is also a rational number. If any single number is there, no, you will think that P, it is not in the P by Q form, so it is not a rational number. You will think and you will write whether if it is a rational number or not. If it is asked, you will just say not. It is not in a P by Q form and it is not a rational number. Yes, of course it is a rational number because only numerator is given. So the denominator, it is 1. Here it should be not less than 0 or equal to 0. It is of course a greater than 0, right? 1 is greater than 0. I told that, and your condition is satisfying. So 2 by 1 is a rational number. Understood? 2 or any other numbers, if it is given, it is a rational numbers. Understood, students? Yes. Next, coming to, we'll see for addition, subtraction. So here, A minus B is equal to C. So A is equal to 3 by 4, B is equal to 5 by 4 will take. So here both are having the same denominator, minus 5 by 4. So it is minus 2 by 4. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So it is minus 1 by 2. Yes, of course it is a rational number. Minus 1 by 2. It is a rational number. Understood? So it is satisfying under subtraction. Now coming to multiplication. A into B is equal to C. A is equal to 3 by 4 and B is equal to 1 by 5. Now here it is having the different denominator, so you have to go for LCM. So it is 2 2s are 4, 5 and 2 1s are 2, 5, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. 20 will be your denominator, so 3 by 4 and 1 by 5. Here 20, go for LCM, 5 4s are 20, 1 4s are 4, 4 5s are 20, 3 5s are 15. So here you will get as 15 by 20 into, yes, what you have to do here is 3 by 4, 1 by 5. Here, if it is having positive or the negative sign in the middle, next to A minus B or A plus B, if this is the condition, you have to do like this. But here, directly they have given into, right? So you can directly write 3 by 4 into 1 by 5 form. So 4 5s are 20, 3 1s are 3. Like this, 3 by 20. Yes, of course, this is also a rational number. As I told you, no, before I was solving that thing. In which case you have to do like that? Either if it is having a positive or negative, A minus B or A plus B. If the different denominators, if it is there, you can do in that method. But here it is not having it is not. You can directly simplify, that as 3 by 4 into 1 by 5. 3 1s are 3, 4 5s are 20. So 3 by 20 is a rational number. Yes, of course, it satisfies the condition. Understood? Next, we'll check for division. So here A divided by B is equal to C, correct? So A is equal to 1 by 2, B is equal to 2 by 4. Here 1 by 2 divided by, see, I'll solve here. A divided B. If you write in this form, 1 divided by 2 whole divided by 2 by 4. If you are writing in this case, what you have to do? You have to shift this to here. That is, it becomes 1 by 2 into reciprocal, that is 4 by 2. So it is 2 2s are 4, 4 1s are 4, 1. 1 is a rational number. Yes, it is a rational number because 1 by 1, as I told you, when explaining 2 is a rational number or not. Yes, of course, this 1 is also a rational number because this 1, it is greater than 0. It is not equal to 0. As I told you, Q should be not equal to 0 when you are writing for the denominator. Understood? It is in the P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. It is greater than 0. So it satisfies the condition. It is a rational number. So division also satisfies here. Understood? So in today's class, we have learned the condition of closure property. First for whole numbers, next for or no, integers, and next for rational numbers. In whole numbers, multiplication, addition, it satisfies, and in integer, except division, all the three, that is addition, subtraction, and multiplication satisfies, and in rational numbers, all the four conditions satisfies, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All the four, it satisfies for the rational numbers under closure property. Understood? This is what you have to do. Understood? To check the closure property under these whole numbers, rational numbers, and integers. Hope all understood this class. In next class, we'll see for associative property or and commutative property. Understood, students? Hope all doing good. Please concentrate on your studies also. Keep playing aside. Okay, play. What you have to work more, especially on mathematics. Okay, please solve the problems. Don't sit idle. As I was guiding you in the class, the same thing I'll be telling now also. Please work out the problems, then only you will understand. Okay, these are all the important and the basic concepts which you have to know in this 8th standard. Understood, students? Hope you all understood this class. Thank you, students.